There's this secret world, this hidden conversation happening inside your body right now. It's a non-stop chemical chat that pretty much runs the show, dictating how you feel, how you function. But what's actually being said in that conversation?
Well, let me ask you this. What could possibly connect to the food you eat, how well you sleep, and even the phone in your hand? It sounds like a weird riddle, doesn't it? But all of those things are sending messages deep inside you.
Yep, the answer? They are all part of an ongoing conversation with your sex hormones. So for the next few minutes, we're going to tune into that internal dialogue and find out how it's shaping our health in ways you probably never even thought about.
All right, first things first. Let's talk about the body's chemical messengers. It's time to meet the key players in your hormonal system.
So what are sex hormones really? Think of them as your body's internal text messaging service. And while we always, connect them with reproduction, their job is way bigger than that. They're handling your mood, your metabolism, and a whole lot more. We all know the big names, right? Estrogen, progesterone, and of course, testosterone.
But hold on, it's not just about the big three. The cast of characters is actually much larger. You've also got hormones like FSH and LH, which are absolutely crucial for the menstrual cycle. And then there's DHEA, which is kind of like a building block that your body can turn into other hormones. They all have a voice in this incredibly complex system.
And here's maybe the most important part of this whole thing. No hormone acts alone. It's not a solo act. It's more like a massive, non-stop conference call. Welcome to the hormone super system, where absolutely everything is connected. Take your thyroid, for example. We usually think of it in terms of energy, right? But it's constantly chatting with your sex hormones. Your thyroid hormones can literally dial up or down the production of androgens. And in return, your sex hormones can talk right back, interacting with thyroid receptors. It's this perfect two-way street.
Now let's bring insulin into the mix, the hormone that handles your blood sugar. When your insulin levels go up or down, it directly affects a protein called SHBG. Think of SHBG as the Uber for your hormones. It picks them up and drives them where they need to go. If there aren't enough Ubers available, well, that changes how many free hormones, like testosterone and estradiol, can actually get out there and do their jobs. It's an incredible chain reaction.
So what all this interconnectedness really means is that our daily choices, they're not just choices. They're active participants in this chemical conversation. The outside world has a direct line to our internal chemistry.
Diet is a huge one, but here's what's fascinating. There is no magic bullet. For instance, studies showed a ketonic diet boosted testosterone in male rats. But for women with PCOS, intermittent fasting seemed to help balance things out by increasing that SHBG protein we just talked about. And then studies on Ramadan fasting in healthy people? No major changes. The takeaway here is crucial. The effect of any diet totally depends on the context, on who you are and what your body needs.
And the influences go way beyond just what's on your plate. Our environment plays a massive role. Bad sleep can throw key reproductive hormones completely off schedule. And get this, other studies are now linking things like mobile phone radiation and even noise to decrease testosterone. The impact can even start before we're born, with a mother's exposure to certain chemicals potentially affecting her child's hormone levels years down the road.
Okay, so why are we talking about all this? Why does any of it matter? Well, because when this super complex conversation breaks down, when the signals get all jumbled and crossed, that's when we can see some really big impacts on our health.
Polycystic ovary syndrome, or PCOS, is a perfect case study of this. It's not just one thing going wrong, it's this whole tangled web. You have high androgens, low levels of that SHBG protein taxi, and insulin resistance all feeding into each other. It's like a perfect storm of hormonal miscommunication.
These connections can also be really surprising, reaching into areas like our neurological and mental health. For instance, one study looked at postmenopausal women with Parkinson's disease. They found a direct link between lower levels of estradiol, a type of estrogen, and higher scores for anxiety. It just shows how far-reaching this hormonal conversation really is.
Physical trauma is another huge factor. Research shows that after a traumatic brain injury, the body's entire hormonal system can be thrown completely out of whack, leading to major shifts in reproductive hormones. It makes sense, right? The brain is command central, so an injury there can disrupt the messages being sent to the rest of the body.
All right, we have covered a ton of ground here, from insulin all the way to brain injuries. So let's just boil it all down.
What are the key takeaways you really need to remember from this whole chemical conversation?
Number 1, and this is the big one, your body is a hormone super system. Nothing works in a vacuum, everything is talking to everything else. Number 2, you are not just along for the ride. Your lifestyle choices, your diet, your sleep, your environment are active inputs. And finally, understanding this conversation is so vital because imbalances are linked to a massive range of health conditions.
So we'll end with this. This incredible, dynamic conversation is happening inside you every single second of every day. It's reacting to your choices, it's adapting to your world, it's listening to you. The only question left is, are you listening back?